Welcome back to the homestead. Well, it started to rain. We covered everything up, the one wall that was on the ground, we covered it up and went for cover. And it lasted for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. But took that opportunity to take a little 20-minute nap, get some fluids down us, and now it's time to put this last wall up. But I cut the fingers off my other glove because it was getting too hard to get the nails out of the pouch. These all wore off, most of them. But these, selective reduction. That wall is secure. I just need to unscrew the brace on the front and then cut the 2x4s on the bottom. And that wall will be done. So let's go do that. Let's go do that. Alright, that takes care of that. Now I just remembered that I had that strap on top where I was trying to get that wall cinched together better. I got it a little closer. It's about an 1/8 inch instead of a 1/4, so that's better. I need to see if there's a wall plate that goes on top of that. Because if there is, there needs to be, just for rigidity purposes. I'll have to look at the directions and see. I'm going to put a temporary brace on this back wall where I was having trouble with that seam, just to make sure that it keeps it true and straight when we go to put the rafters and all that stuff on. It won't be in the way. It could stay there, but it'll probably be temporary, just to make sure things stay like they're supposed to. There you go. That won't be in the way. Won't hurt anything, I don't think. Should make it a lot stronger at that joint. Hopefully, once we put the rafters and all that other stuff up, it'll strengthen it up. If not, we'll figure something else out. Kind of disappointing. That wood's just not. I probably should have used a different 2x4 for that upright, but kind of too late now. So I'd have to take all the nails out of the siding and cut off the nails on the bottom, and it would be a mess. So we're going to leave it. We're going to just brace it up like that for now and see how it goes. One of the other videos, or last videos I was doing, I was working on the ski boat and ran into all kinds of electrical issues with the ignition and so on. Got very frustrated, kind of stopped talking to you, and so I wanted to let you know where we're at. I put that new coil on, and that didn't do the trick. The box command module for the whole ignition, again, it's a hot rod part, so it didn't have to be there, but somebody put it on and it made it run better, I think. But that's okay. I'm going back to a stock GM HEI distributor and coil. It's kind of a one unit, all in one. I ordered that yesterday, and it's already arrived, but the only way I could get it in any kind of time was to send it back to our home in the city. So I'm going to have to leave here at about 6 in the morning and run home and pick it up, and then run back here. That'd get me here hopefully 9:30 or so. Anyway, kind of a detour and 3 hours of driving that I didn't want to do, but hopefully the new part will help. There will be a little wiring involved as far as getting electricity to it. So that's a thing. Hopefully it's not a big thing, but it is a thing. So we're going to have to do that as well. But hopefully that will take care of the problem, and the boat will start up, and we can go have fun with it with our granddaughter. She really wants to learn to water ski, and we kind of promised her that we would do that prior to firing up the boat. Now, we've never had an issue with the boat running before, so this is kind of out of the blue and odd that this happened. It does have a new motor and outdrives and everything else in it, or engine. So all the mechanical parts of it should be sturdy and fine. The electrical, on the other hand, that's a whole different ball game. That can change from day to day, especially with this humidity and under a cover and that kind of stuff, which traps the humidity down inside the boat. That, I guess, created a problem for that ignition module, or ignition box. Anyway, No bad on MSD, who makes that module or that box. That's been on there since I got the boat in 2000 and I want to say 6 or before. I don't know. It was the same weekend my daughter got married. But anyway, it's a hot rod part, and it doesn't really need to be on there because the engine is stock. So anyway, that's where we're at on the boat. I just thought I'd let you know. As far as this cottage goes, I'm not much sure how much farther I'm going to go on it today, because from here on out you got to build lots of things. The gable ends and the front and rear overhangs for the eaves, the dormer wall, all while you're putting up the rafters as well. So at this point it's a bit more complicated and more involved than just throwing rafters up. Throwing rafters up is no big deal. That's not even hard. But when they integrate with the dormer and everything else, it makes it a little more difficult. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that today or not. But if not, then I need to at least go get the ladder, bring it over here, and I'm going to need to tarp this thing. So that's where we're at right now. Everything seems to be plumb and square, which is really good. So there's no reason we couldn't proceed. But thanks for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time on the homestead.